It is the sound that makes fugitives all over Northeast Ohio just a little bit nervous. Are they about to be the next up on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted? Every week we feature 3 fugitives in our partnership with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department and the Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County. We welcome in Detective Red Dyer. Detective, how are you today?
Excellent, Dan. How about you?
It's good to have you back for another week. We never run out of fugitives. It's always been a concern of mine, but I get the email every week, and there you go, 3 more fugitives ready to go. Why do we do this partnership, Red? We talk about this. We've had this partnership for years now. We've featured thousands at this point, well, at least hundreds and hundreds of fugitives. Why do we keep this partnership going?
That is true, Dan. I was going over some of my old ones that I'd had written up, and I realized I had written hundreds of Word documents for these wanted individuals. We just never seem to run out. But more to your point, we recognize the value in the eyes and ears of our community. It helps get justice for these victims. It keeps people anonymous. It cleans up people's neighborhoods, and it also opens up the potential for a reward, which we'll get into a little later.
And as you point out very often, it gets justice for victims. That's a major part of this. Think about somebody that's waiting for their day in court, waiting for the opportunity to go to a sentencing and tell a judge how that crime has impacted their life. Those people are not getting that opportunity. And we know this program works. We're working on about a 75% capture rate, whether directly or indirectly, from being featured on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. That's a lot of fugitives off the street. Innocent until proven guilty, but they shouldn't be on our street. They should be in front of a judge answering to their charges. Detective, without further ado, let's get to our first case of Aaron Algee. What do we know?
Well, Dan, what we know about Aaron Algee is that in March of 2025, he actually pled guilty to strangulation and domestic violence. According to reports in August of 24, the victim refused to give Aaron money and he became angry. He then grabbed the victim and placed them in a chokehold from behind. This incident occurred in front of the victim's child, who actually called the police. So we're talking about a very scary situation for any child to go through. He failed to appear at a probation hearing, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. He actually has a criminal history with the sheriff's department dating back to 2006. As you can tell from his photos, he can actually be identified by his face tattoos, to include the name Ava on his left cheek and Annalisa across his right eyebrow. He's approximately 5'9" and 175 pounds, and was last known to be staying in the 14,000 block of Ardenal Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
Sure, for some people, a face tattoo is a good idea at the time, but when you're wanted and out on the street, they make you a pretty easy mark. Let's get to our next case. What do we know about Alexis Keene?
Well, Dan, she actually has 3 warrants with the sheriff's department. According to reports in one case in June of this year, Middleburg Heights police actually executed a prostitution sting, and the subject was found to be in possession of dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia. According to indictments, the drug involved in this case was methamphetamine. Alexis has 2 other warrants for failing to appear for probation violation hearings as well. In July of this year, she pled guilty to having weapons while under disability and drug possession. She's approximately 5'3" and 150 pounds, and was last known to be staying in the 8300 block of Detroit Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
Meth, we know what that kind of drug can do to our community and the people who take it. That's why we like to see it off our streets. Detective, we're going to take a quick break before we get to our third and final fugitive, a refeature. Somebody that we featured actually not too long ago has managed to stay a part of that 25%, and we would like to change that. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back. And welcome back to Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to get to our third and final fugitive. This doesn't happen very often, Detective, but every once in a while somebody evades capture and working on a 75% capture rate. This individual has managed to stay a part of that 25%, but that's going to change, I have a feeling, with the help of our public. Let's get to our third and final fugitive. What do we know about Jerome Wagner?
Well, Dan, Jerome Wagner actually may be known on the streets as Idnis Abdunner. In March of this year, he actually performed an obscene sexual act on a victim at a residence. The victim was actually a juvenile under the age of 15. He then, oddly, discharged a firearm into the air as he fled the scene. He has a criminal history dating back to 1979 to include attempted murder, aggravated robbery, aggravated burglary, theft, forgery, and rape. Reports in the rape case actually indicate that that the victim was under 8 years of age. He was actually convicted and served 9 years at a correctional institution. He's approximately 5'11" and 185 pounds and was last known to be staying in the 600 block of East 107th Street in the city of Cleveland.
Anytime we have crimes against children, we know that our community gets upset by that. They tend to help out quite a bit. And that's what we're looking for here. But I understand people, they get nervous. They don't want Jerome Wagner to know that they made the phone call. Folks, that's why this program works. That's why Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County has been so successful of getting fugitives off the street, is because you do get to remain anonymous. Detective, walk us through what happens when somebody calls the tip line.
Well, Dan, as we discuss every week, but for our new viewers, we don't take down your name, we don't record the phone calls or use caller ID. All contact that you have through us is referenced through an anonymous tip number that we provide to you, so your information is never even exchanged.
216-252-7463 is that tip number. Pick up the phone, clean up the streets. And Detective, when we talk about that, this is about cleaning up our streets, each neighborhood, each avenue, each block at a time. But it's also about reward money. And what do you like people to remember?
That crime doesn't pay, but Crime Stoppers does.
Up to $5,000 for that anonymous tip. Makes it pretty easy to justify calling Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County. 216-252-7463 is that number. Detective, that's 3 more fugitives. Let's go out and get them.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, take care. That is going to wrap it up for Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. Remember, we have 3.5 hours of news and first alert weather starting on Channel 19 in just about 30 minutes. So we'll see you over there. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, and this has been Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. All righty, Detective Patricia Red, thank you so much.
Well done, Dan. Well done.
Thank you, Dan. And we'll see you in 2 weeks then, right?
Right, so Thanksgiving next week. We'll see you the week after.
Okay, have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you then.
You too, take care, guys.
Bye,
Thanks.
Dan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.